Now, I don't want to say this too loud, but if we beat Liverpool today, Manchester United could be champions of England. Hello and welcome back to episode number 5 of United We Rise here on Anderzbaz FM on the Football Manager 22 beta. Now today we have got an absolutely massive clash against Liverpool which will have huge title implications. And if that sounds like something that you are interested in, remember to hit the subscribe button so you can follow along with all episodes of both this series and all future content as the full release of the game comes out on November 9th. And if you enjoy the video today, give it a big thumbs up as well and let me know down in the comments your thoughts on how this season is going so far. And maybe you've got some ideas of what we need to strengthen come the January transfer window. Okay then, let's get into the game and find out what's been going on. So, you will be able to see immediately on this side of the screen the league table. We are currently top 3 points ahead of Liverpool. And it's a bit of a long story as to how we have gotten there. But let's have a look at our schedule and get straight into what has happened since the last episode in which we faced Manchester City at the Etihad and beat them 4-0 for the second time this season. Now, you'll remember that game. It was a fantastic second half performance and the goals kept on coming as we beat Birmingham 6-0 in the next round of the Carabao Cup. That was with a much of a change squad. We definitely did not play our first string, as you can see from the goals there. Martial got a brace, as did Rashford, and we got 2 own goals as well. But the goals and the clean sheets continued in the league. 2-0 victory over Arsenal. Again, it was left late. It was another great second half, but it was a well-earned victory. European form continued well, smashing Dynamo Kiev 5-1, and the league form again continued. Second half goals once again. Been quiet in first halves, but the second half of games we've really been putting our opposition to the sword. Sancho getting a 67th minute goal, a 76th minute goal to put Everton down, and they went down to 10 men shortly afterwards. Our next game against Wolves, however, was a bit of a scare. They were 2-0 up inside 20 minutes, and it took an inspired fight back with Ronaldo getting the equaliser just before half time. Fernandes, Rashford and Martial all getting on the score sheet before Raul Jimenez got a third consolation goal for Wolves in the added time at the end of the game. Now that was incredibly scary stuff. I thought we were going to lose our first game since all the way back in match day 3 against Southampton. It wasn't to be. We had the stronger side in the end and eventually it came out 5-3 winners. Champions League form continued well. Villarreal were put easily again, 2 late goals, 2-0 victory. Similar story against Aston Villa. We went down 1-0 just on the break of half time, but Greenwood, who was in a rich vein of form at this point in November, got the late winner in the 70th minute to take us 2-1. Things were a little bit easier against Brentford. Ronaldo getting a goal in the first half in a pretty quiet game, and then we were held by Chelsea as we got into December. Stamford Bridge being a fortress we could not quite break. Our first dropped points since all the way back in October against Burnley. Champions League form continued 4-1 against Salzburg, and we continued winning in the league once again. Another first half goal this time for Rashford. As you can see, the goals are being shared around nicely. Bailey getting on the score sheet in the game against Leeds with Ronaldo and Greenwood. And we're just going to keep going through. Another victory against Brighton. McTominay this time getting the goal. And then finally, the Carabao Cup quarter-final. We played a much weakened side and we were winning comfortably at the hour mark, but Norwich pulled themselves back into it, got an equaliser in the 82nd minute, and then Nemanja Matic missed a penalty and we lost 5-4 on penalties and were knocked out, which is fine. It's only the Carabao Cup. When we played Norwich again 4 days later on Boxing Day, things were different. It did take a second half goal from Rashford to separate the sides, but we were well in control for the duration. And then on the game between Christmas and New Year, we finally got revenge on Spurs, smashing them 5-1. Goals coming from Ronaldo, Greenwood, a brace from Martial and Rashford getting the 5th before a Son consolation goal in the 87th minute. Harry Kane, nowhere to be seen. He's still struggling at a Tottenham side who are not doing very well in the league whatsoever. But that was a 5-1 victory in the end, and that leaves us here facing Liverpool away from home at Anfield on New Year's Day. Now you'll be wondering, how are we ahead of Liverpool in the league? Well, you've seen our form. We have a look at Liverpool's. You will notice that in the last 2 games, a team who were formerly pretty difficult to score against have dropped 2 consecutive games. First, away at Brighton 2-0, and then away at Leeds 1-0 with a Bamford second half goal at the beginning of second half. And it's safe to say that that has come since the injury to Virgil van Dijk, which happened between the Carabao Cup quarter-final and the Boxing Day fixture. And since he has been on the shelf, they've lost 2 games in a row. He is pivotal to their performance. Now, they are still suffering from injuries, so it is prime time for us to come in and swoop and get 3 points and put ourselves 6 clear at the top. So if we look at the league table, it is a pretty much 2-horse race. Manchester United at top with 50 points, just 2 draws, 2 defeats. Liverpool sitting 3 behind on 47. And obviously we play each other at the 5:30 kickoff on the 1st of January. Lots of other games have already happened today. Leicester are currently 3rd, just ahead of Man City and Arsenal, with Aston Villa and Brentford just inside the European places. Chelsea down in 9th. Spurs joining Newcastle at the foot of the table. They are 2 sides who really need an improvement in this second half of the season, because there will be some huge clubs going down to the Championship if they get relegated. Now, as you can see on the player stats here, we do not have a player featuring in, well, any of them, apart from clean sheets, which is just behind my head. But you can see Onana just creeping in second on the list with 9 clean sheets, and he has not been playing for us since, well, I think his ban ended in the middle of October, so he's only just been starting for us recently, and he's already got 9 clean sheets. He has been a great addition to the side. Whether we needed him or not is a separate matter. But it's safe to say the goals and the assists have come from lots of different sources. Goals have been shared around plenty in the side. So we have a look at our squad listing here, list by goals. Nobody's got into double figures yet, but Martial and Fernandes are both on 9, Greenwood and Ronaldo both on 8. And it's also worth talking about a couple of moves that are happening in January. So first off, Fred has been loaned out to Brentford for the rest of the season with a view to making that permanent going forward. He's not happy with his playing time. I'm not really fussed because he's not good enough to break into the side. Someone else who's not happy, who wanted a new contract and decided when we tried to negotiate them that their agent wanted to play hardball once again, is Diogo Dalot. So he has been playing fantastically as a third choice, second choice, either left back or right back, but third choice out of those players who play in those positions, so just behind Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. He has been playing fantastically off the bench and has a starter in place of one of those 2 regular players. He's been doing really well. His average rating is well into the 7s, 7.33 in the league, which is pretty impressive. Obviously, he's not been playing as many games as his rivals in those positions, but he will be a miss if we have to sell him, and he wants out. And I believe Everton are the team who are interested in him, so we shall see if that move happens in January. Now, let's get to today's game. Is the all-important top of the table clash against Liverpool. The winner, if we win, will go 6 points clear. If they win, we'll be all square once again, and they have the superior goal difference. Okay then, this is the starting 11. We've got Onana in goal, a back 4 of Shaw, Varane, Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. Midfield 3 of Pogba, Fernandes and Rice. And then up front we have Rashford, Ronaldo and Sancho. We are at full strength and we are looking for another 3 points. Let's get into the match and see if we can take the victory at Anfield. Okay, then here we are at kickoff, and you will notice straight away that Virgil van Dijk is not in the Liverpool side. He is still injured, and that gives us a great chance to take advantage of this opening and take the 3 points to go top of the table by 6. And this is that table. We are currently 3 points ahead. And it's going to be a key victory here today if we are to mount a real successful title challenge, and this is one that we were not expecting to have in our first season. I was just wanting to secure European place, but it looks like that is going to happen. And we are well within a shot of taking the title at the first time of asking. And a disappointing 7 minutes into the game, and Luke Shaw is injured, and that man Dalot, who is on his way out, if he has his way at least, is coming on to replace him. Now, we were warned before the game that Shaw was lacking a bit of match fitness, but that is not what match fitness is all about. That is from a challenge, and he's out injured. Hopefully it's nothing serious, as Liverpool now break from the back. Henderson has it in midfield and finds Roberto Firmino, and Salah can't quite get on the end of it, and Man United have it at the back now. Maguire finds Salah, and Mo Salah has scored. Maguire, what are you doing? He tried to find Varane, but it was clear, at least from up here, that he was not going to find him. Salah's just creeping. 12 minutes gone, and Liverpool are leading 1-0 with their first shot of the game, thanks to a huge mistake from Maguire at the back, and this is not a promising start. Dalot clears it with his head, Ronaldo's on the end of it, and sends it all the way back to Wan-Bissaka, and we're going to try and find a way forward without finding a player in a Liverpool shirt. Bruno Fernandes tries to clip it across the pitch, and Alexander-Arnold gets in the way, but it's just won back by Bissaka and Thiago, and there's Alexander-Arnold again. Trent is down this right-hand side. He's got round his man. He puts the ball into the box. Firmino's there. And Liverpool are 2 up inside 15 minutes. And I am not impressed. Berate the side straight away. 15 minutes gone. And it's Trent down this near side. Puts a lovely ball into the box. And Firmino just gets his head above everyone. It's 2-0. Both Liverpool strikers have scored. And there we've dropped down to second place in the table on goal difference. What more can I say? This is not a good. We've been better in second halves rather than first, but not with a 2-0 deficit going into it. And there's nothing. Here we go. Here's a highlight, but it's for Liverpool again. Fernandes tries to intercept the ball, but Mane and Robertson are down that far side. Milner has it. We're going to try and put a ball into the box, and both Salah and Firmino. And Firmino's not there, actually, sorry. There is 2 men in the middle of the box. Henderson strikes. A lovely effort, but it's gone just over. Well seen out by Onana, who will not be getting his 10th clean sheet of the season. The side are not looking particularly impressed. We're going to demand more for the last 5 minutes and see if that cheers them up a little bit and gets us a highlight going into the last minutes of the first half, and it's not working. So we're going to go into half-time. 2-0 down. We've not done anything this half, and they've not really done much more, but they are standing at 2 goals up. We are going to throw a water bottle. I am not happy. Everyone's demotivated. This is not going to be a good second half, that is for sure. Blame the manager. I told you we weren't going to build a title fight this season, and this is why, because Liverpool are going to pull us apart. Alisson clears to Kanate, and we need to press, get the ball back, win it, and Mane's gone clear. Oh, that's a lovely failed challenge. That was Dalot who was trying to get himself sent off before we sell him. Rice clears it though to nobody. Liverpool are looking the better side. Salah's broken through. Was he offside? No, the flag stays down. I'm sorry, that was Wan-Bissaka with the poor missed challenge, not Dalot. I was looking on the wrong side of the pitch, and whilst I'm trying to work out my left from my right, Milner has struck a lovely finish and done a cartwheel as well. At his age, he's gonna hurt himself doing that. Rice with Maguire again making the error. I think we need to get him off. Wan-Bissaka's had a bad game. Maguire's had a bad game. We need a whole new defence. Once we get past 60 minutes, I'm not bringing Rashford off for Lingard. I'm changing all of our defenders. Have we even got enough defenders to change? Maguire, you can come off. Is McTominay an option? Maybe bring Rice into the defence. McTominay into the defensive mid. And then Wan-Bissaka is also having a shocker. Bring Telles on and swap Dalot for Telles. And I think that's all of my substitutions, isn't it? Because everyone else is having a pretty much poor game as well. I don't think I can make any changes. I can't bring Greenwood on. No, I can't. There we go. 3 changes made, all in defence. Yeah, I mean, what more can I say? Liverpool are going to get a 4th here. Chamberlain has it on the edge of the box. He's not quite turning to shoot, but he's cut inside, and Onana just makes the save. 67 minutes gone. And we are not even in this game. We've had 5 chances, 2 on target. We've seen none of them. An XG of below 0.5, whilst Liverpool are 3-0 ahead, and we've got 10 minutes left. The game is running out. This is a performance worse than the Tottenham game at the beginning of the season, and that was pretty poor. And it's come in a moment when we need it least. 2 minutes left of added time, and that is the game. That is head in hands moment. Just take in those average ratings. The highest average rating was a 6.8. Back to the drawing board. I was hoping to come out of this episode 6 points clear at the top. I'm going to throw another water bottle. You're coming to training tomorrow. I don't care if that's demotivated you. Bugger. That's the table. Look, we are 19 goals behind Liverpool. They've been on fire. I mean, hang on. Everton have made a non-negotiable bid of 0. His transfer value is 42 to 47 million. And they've made a bid of 0. Are they mad? I mean, we'll ignore the fact we've just got thrashed by Liverpool. No. No, and no again. Not for nothing. 0? He's got another 2.5 years left on his contract. Anyway, we've lost our top spot. How long is Shaw injured for? 3 weeks. Oof. Not brilliant, is it? And Anderzbaz Inzaghi is having a look at Luke Shaw. He's injured. There you go. That's what you've seen. Right, let's have a look at the schedule and see when we are going to come back, because that is not a good way to end things. Right, we have got Bournemouth in the FA Cup 3rd round. We won't be back for that one, but we have got another Red Bull side in the Champions League knockouts. We are facing Leipzig. We are away in the first leg, at home in the second. Now, if we have a look at who we might come back for, potentially this Arsenal game at the beginning of March. Yeah, I think the Arsenal game at the beginning of March, that's another 7 league games played before then. We might still be in the title hunt. We might capitulate and throw it all the way. But Arsenal will be a good test. We'll go to the Emirates. They are currently in 5th. Still within a good shout of Champions League football. Only 2 points behind Leicester in 3rd. So yeah, I think that's going to be where we come back. And then after that, it's going to be the run-in to the end of the season. And maybe, just maybe, some Champions League later rounds and a challenge for the Premier League title. Who knows? Okay, then that is all we've got time for today. And what a disappointing game. 3-0 defeat at Anfield, and it is all square once again in the league. That was our first defeat since the 3rd game of the season. Well, suffice to say, it might not have been the result we wanted, but I hope you've enjoyed it, because, well, I haven't. I can't say I've enjoyed it. The best part of this episode is the fact that I've found my old Blackburn scarf and my Euro 96 scarf as well. So we've got Leo the Lion joining us. If you've noticed that, I'd like to hear about it in the comments below. If you haven't, well, now you have, so comment anyway. I'll see you next time. We'll be back for the Arsenal game. Goodbye. Well, hey, you've made it to the end of the video, and hang on, it's a subscribe button. Tap on this. Even if you've done it already, just try it, see what happens. And then if you're hanging around, have a look at these. One of these. Check out some of this amazing content. You won't regret it. I'll see you next time.